Welcome back to the Sanctuary, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker in the midst of the realm. Cruising X with Arya Stormborn, Lord Fire X, and Corlash. We just beat Thalia, and it's now time to make our exit. Chris, are you alright? Thanks for clearing the way, Chris. That being, I presume, is the 12? Yep. You have done well, children of man. As promised, we shall reveal the truth in its entirety. Our desire is simply thus, to give ourselves unto the star as a blessing. In the 12 millennia that we have existed, we have come to harbor tremendous power through prayers. Through battle, our essence shall unravel and return to the star, where it might give rise to new life. Such is our final gift to you. You mean you'll disappear? Yes. The fragments of our former souls, which serve as the core of our existence, shall rejoin the life stream. Yet though we may fade from sight, our individuality lost, our stabilizing influence shall endure. The only thing to change is where your prayers find their way. Henceforth, it shall be this, the instrument of blessing that receives mortal hopes. Hopes that shall be given back to the star. But your presence brings comfort to mankind. Everyone would wish for you to remain. Must you truly fade away? Such gladdening things you say, child. We must confess, what we do, we also do for ourselves. When mankind overcame the final days, it so moved us that even we who are but constructs knew the greatest joy. You have shown your unfaltering love for the world. In return, we would show our undying love for you. Worry not. Myths are wont to be woven and passed down. So long as men hold the 12 in fondness, we shall live on in your faith in us. When you say such things... The moment of parting is come. By your blessing, may you march toward a brighter future. Farewell, beloved children. When you're all ready, brothers and sisters. May the font of your ingenuity ever flow. Yours is the strength to destroy all obstacles. Abide in virtue and hold fast to the truth. There is meaning in your deeds, celebrate life and embrace death. May you flourish and reap a bountiful harvest. In your limited time, have boundless compassion. Carry yourself with honor and forge on towards victory. Harbor love in your heart for yourself, for others, and for the world. Walk from past to future, the river of knowledge flows. Be part of its nourishing waters. May a wonderful new world greet you beyond destiny's horizon. Be calm as the ocean, and you shall weather any storm. As the wind blows unfettered, may you be free to follow your heart. You needn't agonize so, Oshan. Remain with them, if that be your desire. But this is what we've dreamed of. To return to the star together. I never imagined that I would grow so fond of them. That parting would be so hard. Long as we have abided in patience to rejoin the lifestream. From the drop in the river of time that is man's fleeting life. Why not share your fate with them? Follow your heart as you ever have. And when the time comes, we shall meet again. I've decided to continue journeying a while longer. All right.
Interesting.
Let us speak with Kryl. Words can't well express my surprise when I opened my eyes to see Deryk standing there. I'm naturally curious as to what happened, but above all, I rejoice for a dear friend returned. All right, time to close it up with the final quest in Midst of the Realm, Embraced by Gods. what to say in such a moment. Best to speak from the heart, I suppose. I'm glad to be back. Glad to have you back. And we're glad to have you back. Glad hardly suffices to describe it. We're over the moon that you're still here, Deryk. Or should we call you Ocean? I no longer have Ocean's power. Deryk will do. I was made from the portion of my essence that wasn't returned to the star, and will live out my days as a man. May I ask what happened? No sooner had the 12 vanished than you reappeared before us. At the very last, I couldn't bear it. Couldn't bear to say farewell. Your earnest friendship had weighed down my steps. And the little fellow's fervent call halted them. I was overwhelmed by the keenest longing to remain among you and see more of the world I love. Upon seeing me torn, my brethren bade me follow my heart. I needed no further urging. We created the instrument of blessing in the faith that one day the star would no longer need our guiding hand. Thanks to you, that day has finally come. But how I ramble. How uncharacteristic. Let us head back to the Omphalos, shall we? And here we are, returned to the Omphalos. Well, we must return to Charlian. The Forum will be expecting a report. Yet, if the entire truth were to be revealed to the public, it would shake the very foundation of the worship of the 12. Aye. Pending our report, we would do well to consult the Forum on what details are safe to disclose. Much pertaining to the field of mythology will need to be obfuscated, I fear. Worry not on my account. Inspired by your findings, I have a mind to examine the 12 in the context of reception theory. The people's perception of deities are wont to be informed by their culture. By comparing the differences across eras and regions, I believe we may uncover heretofore unseen aspects to the 12. Reception theory, you say? Most intriguing. I should like to see the fruits of your research when I visit Charlian. When you do, have care not to reveal who you used to be. Our scholars would be all over you like starved beasts. I see. Perhaps I shall wait a while before I come calling. Before I came to you, I simply roamed the world. I had no objective, nothing I wished to find. With this second chance I have, I mean to undertake my travels with a renewed perspective. But ere I set out, I would move my brethren's hopes elsewhere, to a place in men's midst. Oh, what a wonderful idea! If you don't mind, we should like to accompany you. By all means. We make for the Sanctum of the 12 in the East Shroud. Well, that's a place we haven't seen in a while. All right. Off to the Hawthorne hut.
Yep.
There's Fire Axe, there's Coralash. We're just waiting on an Aria.
Aria is trying not to fall off her bed.
Fair enough. There she is. All right, let's fly. Remember when we didn't have flying and we had to frickin' walk all the way here?
Yes. Yes.
They don't want to remember such dark.
And now all the little kids, after 50, just automatically get to fly. Yeah, I'm...
Yep. Oh, we have...
So many quests that are so much easier.
I flew too far.
So did I.
And here we are.
Waiting. Things. Boom.
No matter how many times I visit the Sanctum, its majesty never fails to move me. And the rich history. Originally built during the dawn of the 5th Astral Era, it was reclaimed by the Wood before being restored in the wake of the Calamity. Truly, it stands as a testament to the influence that magical civilizations and city-states have had upon Eorzean culture. This sanctum harbors the hopes of men, and now, those of my brethren shall join them. If you are not averse, I would speak a little of my brethren. That is, those individuals whose essence lent them form. As it pertains to another age, some concepts may be foreign to you, but would you be interested nonetheless?
No.
Excellent. Byregot was a man with a gift for creating inanimate objects such as buildings and furnishings. With his abilities, he served a supervisory role at the Bureau of the Architect, where he was nothing short of a pillar. His chief was carefree to a fault, you see, and he took it upon himself to ensure the work was done. Ralga was a brawny man whom Vanab encountered on her travels. They quickly struck up a friendship, and he joined her on a quest to destroy an enormous meteor that was hurtling towards the star. It's fair to say this event gave rise to the legend surrounding the destroyer. Azema was a woman who served as a judicial officer in the Bureau of the Administrator, an experience which served her well as the warden. She was an ardent proponent of the seat of Azem, and dreamed of training under Vana and her successor. Naldthal was a close personal friend of mine. A merchant by trade, he was outwardly gregarious, but also possessed a reserved side, and knew quiet joy in his passion for ore. When men began treating him as a dual-aspected god, it reminded me of the person he used to be, and I couldn't help but be struck with the pain of nostalgia. Nafika was a landscape architect of great repute, who grew plants gathered from the star over. Despite being skilled in magic, she preferred to nurture plants as nature intended, and her garden ever bloomed with beautiful flowers. All who visited were said to leave with their souls salved. Althik was a researcher who observed newly made creations in Elpis. Although it was at his sister's urging that he first joined our faction, he soon became a stalwart believer in the cause, and always took the initiative in discussion. Halone was a formidable warrior, tasked with hunting creations that were deemed detrimental to the star. For her prowess, she had been regarded as a leading candidate for the seat of Pashataro, preserver of discipline and order. Menfina was the youngest among us, a student affiliated with the Words of La Habrea at the Academia in Nida. Even within that prestigious institution, she was considered a prodigy, and hers were the hands that created the magic to isolate and seal Zodiac. Thaliak was the headmaster of the Academia in Nida, a man of learning and leadership both. He presided over the institution's myriad faculties. No known phenomenon existed in which he wasn't versed. Words do not do justice to express the remarkable scholar that he was. Nemea was an observer in Elpis, like her older brother, Althik. She possessed a caring and inquisitive nature, and was liked and trusted by her peers. Lim Lane was a researcher at Metabaseos Dalasai, a facility for the observation and evaluation of sea life. So passionate was she about her work, she once threw a knife at someone who inadvertently came too close to her observation subject. Oshan was a traveler whom Vana encountered in the wilderness. They shared a campfire and discussed at length what it meant to be free. Leaving my hopes as the wanderer in this palace, I shall set forth anew, as simply a man named Deryk. And last but not least, the Watcher. He was the chief archivist at Anamnesis Anita, and respected Vinar deeply as an individual, even as he cared for her as a dear friend. Indeed, among our number, none was more devoted to Vinar, and that devotion made him best suited to his duty, and the solitude that accompanies it. That is all. 'Tis a lot to remember, but I should be glad if they remain with you in some way.
We're grateful that you would share with us these new aspects of Hydaelyn in the 12. Thank you.
Well, it's past time we headed back to Sharlayan. It wouldn't do to keep Ojika waiting. I assume you will be traveling via Limsa Lominsa. In which case, allow us to see you off from there. Till now I have wandered alone, but as I recently learned, a journey is better shared. Alright, everyone's out of the cutscene. Yep, alright, I will put the bill for this teleport. And we are back. Alright, as soon as Arya teleports in, which should be in the next 3 seconds, I think, we are headed towards Hawker's Alley, it looks like. This has been, the Myths of the Realm has been one heck of a journey.
Yeah.
There's Deryk. We're just waiting on Arya. There she is. Alright, let's talk to Deryk. Our friends are presently booking their passage. That's where you were. There's room aboard the next ship, so we'll be setting sail shortly.
Oh, Deryk. No sooner do we arrive in a crowded place than you up and disappear.
Tis a force of habit in order to avoid people. But I needn't do so anymore, do I? On the contrary, I should embrace the chance to connect with other souls.
As your comrades, we completely agree. And remember, you're always welcome at the Baldessian Annex, so be sure to pay us a visit.
You may depend on it.
Thank you, Deryk, for giving us your trust. And thank you as well, Chris. Had you not been with us, we would have struggled to grant the 12 their wish.
Always happy to help.
Well, we had best find our vessel. While the report remains to be compiled, I believe we can officially declare our investigation complete. Till next we meet, my friends.
Do you still have time, Chris? Let me check the clock. Yep, I still have time. Ere I embark upon my journey, there is a place nearby I would like to visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? Thank you.
Maybe.
Come. We shall head outside the city via the Tempest Gate. Alright. Out the way of the Tempest Gate.
Tempest Gate. Don't know where that one is.
I just took the Ethernet. Kinda wish the skies were a little bit clearer, but what is it with the frickin' embrace? I don't have... I'm at full health here. Alright, let's talk to Deryk. Here the wind whips from the sea like a storm. But I've always found the sensation quite invigorating. Lest you wonder, I intend to strike west and thence make my way through Upper and Outer Lenosha. And in order to mark my new beginning as a man, en route, I wish to see Oshan's embrace with you. You need only accompany me across the bridge. From there, I shall continue on my own. Alright, let's ride. And here we are. There's Arya. There's Fireaxe. And there's Corlash, and Fireaxe is in the distance, I think.
Yeah, I had to do some talking on my pre-company. I'll be...
Ah, okay. Alright, let's talk to Deryk. Such a great wave that ripped the god's grip from the mainland. In the wake of the calamity, my brethren and I were all occupied with our respective duties. This is my very first time seeing the bridge. Shall we then? Follow Deryk's lead and try not to fall behind. 'Tis already quite impressive to behold. So it's temporarily constructed with wood. Ah, such an invigorating breeze. Oh, Etheris, your beauty truly knows no bounds.
What?
Forgive me, I was lost in thought. I look forward to the bridge's completion. Tis a fine bridge, boasting splendid views and brimming with life. The very image of man's determination to overcome adversity. I am honored that it should be named Oshan. Well, this is as far as I asked you to come. But if you are willing, might we converse a little more? It occurs to me I hadn't asked you about your opinion of the 12. How you personally perceive us, for instance, or what you felt when you faced us. Your words from the heart, I would take with me as a memento. Is that so? The others will be glad to hear that. Thank you for humoring me, Chris. And apologies for keeping you so long. I am ready to set forth now, to witness a world filled with our blessing. To begin with, I shall tour La Noscia and visit those locales which are named after the 12. After which, I shall go wherever the wind blows. Together with this fellow, of course. Until such time as he tires of my company. This time, I shall embrace the joy of meeting and accept the sorrow of parting. And when the time comes for me to return to the star, I shall share my experiences with my brethren. Needless to say, your words will feature prominently in my recounting. You will continue your own journeys, will you not? You know it. Then I shall look for you out there. Fare you well, my friend, and may the 12 bless you and keep you. Till we meet again, Oshan, the Wanderer. And with that, the Myths of the Realm saga draws to a close. The paintings of certain deities among the 12 are now available for purchase from Deryk in the Pillars. Those of the remaining deities are works in progress. And finally, we've unlocked the achievement for Eorzea for Etheris. A new chapter of New Game Plus has been added, and we've also unlocked the One Among Wonders Orchestrion role, And the 12-fold Blessings Framers Kit. That was quite the story. And if I do say so myself.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
As did I. So, where to go from here is anybody's guess. There's still so much more of patch 6.5 to venture through, and we have to wait a little bit for that, sadly. But of course, I still have a lot of content to cover in terms of Final Fantasy XIV Online, so there's still a lot to do, and, well, we still got time to do it. This game ain't going anywhere.
Thank God.
Yeah, right? I mean, hell.
Yeah, he said Yoshi P is planning for another 10-year quest line, so let's see how that works out.
Yep, and we've got the new expansion Dawn Trail to look forward to soon enough. But we will hopefully learn more about that in future videos and live streams. For now, though, that concludes the Myths of the Realm questline and this episode of Kruznik's Sanctuary. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the episode. As always, if you're watching on Twitch and you like the show, click the follow button and turn on notifications so you're well informed. If you're watching on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe by clicking here and click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more. Click here to watch the full Endwalker playlist, and click here to watch the next episode when it comes out. We'll see you next time.